When the committee came and they just saw our building and that the love that we have for the children and the care that the teachers show and that the teachers are, willing, I think it was the whole package. I don't think it was just me.
One of Baldwin County's most academically successful elementary schools is in the Elberta community. Since 2001, the school has consistently met state and federal standards which demonstrate how well their students are achieving.
The school's principal, Hope Zeanah, is a 31-year educator and Alabama's 2013 Principal of the Year. She recently sat down with our Eric Reynolds to talk about her school and what inspired her to become an educator.
Here's the interview.
I had several educators in my family, but of course my mother probably made the biggest impact. And I've told people before, I honestly don't remember ever wanting to do anything else. I always wanted to be a teacher.
Like her mother, Hope Zeanah became a teacher. 15 years ago, the career educator moved to the principal's office at Elberta Elementary in Baldwin County. Zeanah's recent selection as Alabama's Principal of the Year was certainly the result of her mother's early influence.
The level of care that I saw her give to her students. It was nothing for her to bring somebody home for the weekend. Back then that was acceptable. She always was worried about their well-being, and that just kind of instilled in me that care for children and how important that is for them to have someone in their life that they know they can go to, somebody that's going to be there for them no matter what. And Lennox and Cade and Landon. Landon is a fantastic baseball player.
A fellow educator recognized her potential, which led to the opportunity in administration.
I had a principal say to me, I think you would be good in administration. Why don't you try this as the assistant principal role? And I did, and I think at that point I saw the impact that I could make instead of just on my classroom, on many. I got into it and never looked back. During Christmas, we have little girls that, like I said, take piano lessons.
She's committed to a hands-on approach and developing relationships with her students.
Elementary is where it starts. Kindergarten through third grade, from 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'm an instructional leader. I really enjoy the curriculum part, and I just put all the paperwork and all the reports aside during the day and do them in the evening. From 3 o'clock to some nights, 10:30, 11, I'm a principal.
As an instructional leader, Zeanah looks for the strengths of her kids.
You just have to tell them what you want them to do and what your expectation is, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to rise to it. It's all about finding their strength and then letting them work to that. Young children are phenomenal. They're a lot more flexible than adults. Their resilience is amazing.
Zeanah says their resilience is so important today because the challenge is more than reading and math.
The academic part here is about, I'd say, 50, sometimes 40%. We have so many children who come to school with so many needs. They're worried about something that may be going on at home. They're preoccupied, they're hungry, they're tired. Kids come today with a lot of baggage. We get students that have been in 3 or 4 schools in 1 year, extra needs other than just academics. So that's truly the biggest challenge for any school these days.
To meet all of her students' challenges, Zeanah seeks out what's working for others.
They always laugh when I go to a conference, or I'll be really excited about this initiative, and they'll be like, oh, she's been to another conference. They see the importance, or we talk about the research behind it. I 100% credit that to our teachers, knowing what you need in curriculum and making every minute count. We just have to decide this is what's important. They don't give up. They stick with that little Johnny who maybe is the one that's been in 4 different schools and hasn't had what the other ones have. The teachers put their mind to it. My part is too to make sure they have what they need to do the job, the wonderful job that they do every day. I got the car last night looking at all y'all's pictures.
For the past 4 years, Zeanah has invited graduating seniors who started at Elberta Elementary back to celebrate their accomplishment.
When they leave here in 3rd grade, we hope everybody stays on track and everybody makes it. To see that name that they did actually graduate and you think, oh, thank goodness, to know that they stuck with it and they made it, that is your celebration. To know that what you did here made a difference. That's what makes it all worthwhile.
Building lasting relationships and caring about kids are both second nature to Alabama's Principal of the Year.
There's a saying, don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. There's always somebody coming up hugging me, or I'm always hugging somebody else. We're a close family. I can call everybody by name. I think when the committee came and they just saw our building and that the love that we have for the children and the care that the teachers show, I think it was the whole package. I don't think it was just me. I think it's the whole package.
In Elberta, Eric Reynolds, Fox 10 News.
Zeanah, who started out as a kindergarten teacher, maintains contact with former students from years ago, and many of their children have attended Elberta Elementary under Principal Zeanah.
She also says Elberta Elementary School is very fortunate because the parents and community are just so supportive. Zeanah is also